Okay, so here's an update on our rain harvesting system. Outside is finished. Put some final touch-ups, but it's all functional now. Some things of interest, I think, starting at the top, you'll see two valves there and there. They're positioned so that I can isolate the system and divert the water to the downspout by closing one and opening the other. Right now it's diverted to the downspout. As you can see, it flows down here and then into the storm drain and now to that drain box right there, which is pretty cool. They lids flop open when they get too heavy. Anyway, this is in another video earlier about the Herbie vent. This is what I call it. Anyway, it's a vent. It's got screens upper and lower to prevent bugs from getting in. Easy to clean out. You're sticking your hand in there and all comes apart pretty easily. It's two 3-inch to 4-inch rubber adapters and a piece of 4-inch pipe in between. Cost me about 16 bucks to make, as opposed to buying one from Rain Harvesting, which is, you know, a nice unit, but 20 bucks is mine. And then you see the first flush diverter. That's a modified version of the Rain Harvesting diverter with a 3 to 4 and then a 4 to 6 inch adapter. It's about 76 inches long and holds just shy of 10 pounds. And then that drips out into the waste down there as well. So some modifications. You'll see my leaf catcher up there. It's already catching some needles. I got some gutter guards, which I'll do another video on at some point. And that's going into the house. This is actually the overflow, which I'll show you when we get inside. Inside isn't finished. But the main purpose for all of this was here we're going to be putting another row of garden. And then this is my wife's little hot box. It's about 16 feet long. She's going to have some clematis and some other stuff. She's going to grow herbs here, but we're going to do a little drip tape in each of these. They'll be isolated. So we'll have drip tape in both of these. Drippers in here. We have a hibiscus going in here. So we'll be irrigating all of this, hopefully with a lot of rainwater, because as you can see, we're on a well. There it is, the well with the flower pot on it. Does fine. Just thought it'd be efficient and recoup some rainwater. If it goes well, we'll do it again. Maybe make it bigger. Anyway, this is the innards. Had a little issue with a leaky elbow down at the bottom there where all of the water pressure seems to concentrate. Anyway, that's the in right there. You'll see rubber slip tees here. This is so I can get the barrels out. There's also one on the bottom of each barrel so I can pull the barrels out. And here's the kind of neat little overflow. It's sized 3-inch like the rest of the pipes, so as large as you can come in, as large as you can go out, so it'll never back up or overflow. There's an air vent here with a piece of screen, and then this little ditty right here is the water level. So the water level rises with the tanks. And then here I have my I'm going to have my water line coming in to a float valve right there. So when the water gets down to about here, the float valve will open and it'll fill up to about here and keep going, so we'll never run out of water, hopefully. And here's my Rainbird deal going in. Actually, those are hunter valves, but I got 2 zones for now, and then we'll have 2 zones in the front. And then there's my pump and my pressure, line pressurizer tank there. It's a 2-gallon Water World, I think it's called. And there you can see the main manifold. There's your overflow out. That's one tank connection there. And then the tap back into the pump. And then there's another tank connection there. Some barrel connections. And then this was my leaker right here. The whole idea with this was to be able to drain all the water out in the wintertime, because the garage isn't heated very well. And then just a spigot. Just about done. We're down to the innards now and running of the water line here. That's a double check valve right there, so we don't get any backflow into the well from this system. They recommend that. That's probably a little overkill. That's a 1-inch, and I got a 3-inch PEX cold water line going to go in right here, and then I'm going to connect my piping here to my valves, and then the control over here of a Rainbird controller right here. It's MEI, I think, ESP MEI. Nice deal. And that's the pump relay. I didn't buy that. I mean, I didn't buy the ready-made relay, so I'll make my own. Anyway, ESP MEI, I think, because it's internal. Expandable to 22 zones. So the next one will be a 6-zone. But we only have 4 right now. We're only actually using 2. Anyway, that's a status update. If you have any questions, just post comments and I'll get back to you. Enjoy. I hope this helps somebody.